Have you ever wondered how a cup of coffee goes from a farm to your favorite mug? We're chatting with local roaster Billy Brown from Billie Joe Coffee in Grand Prairie about the journey, the craft, and the little details that make a cup of coffee unforgettable. That doesn't look like coffee.
It doesn't?
No,
But
compared to like what a coffee bean actually is, that doesn't look like before it's
So the
roasted.
reason why most people would say it doesn't look like coffee, because coffee is actually a cherry. So what these are actually the pit, the seeds of the cherry. So if you put them together, that makes one full cherry. So there's two ways to do it. It's called a wash process. It's where they take them to the washing mill, they wash the coffee seeds, immediately the pit, the seeds out of the cherry. Or what's called dry processing is where they let them dry naturally, and then they come back and take the coffee bean. So I source this directly from the farm. One of the other farms that we have that's mostly that we source from is a co-op out of El Salvador. So what is called single origin coffee. So that means that every coffee is traceable back to one farm. This farmer and the farmers that we have in El Salvador and also Kenya. I know those farmers. I have relationships with those farmers. So every single cup is not going back to some big brokerage farm, right? So this is Goldie, this is the coffee roaster. It is full of moisture, and so once we start roasting it, that temperature, right, it takes the moisture out of it. So now it becomes between light roast or dark roast or medium roast, how much time, how much gas or fire you're putting into it, because you're basically baking the coffee. So this is the drum roaster. It is natural gas. Once it gets to about 4 or 5 minutes, it starts to brown. And so I'm kind of old school where it's sight, smell, and sound. Right? I can see it browning. It's going to tell me, and I can smell it to what I want. And so then that's where we go into first crack. When I hear it start to crack, that means it's getting to a point where I like it. And now it's up to me to how far I want to develop it. For me, we roast between a light and medium roast. We never go to dark because now you're taking a lot of the flavor out. Now all you're going to taste is what people think is burnt, but it's really the machine you're tasting. And you saw the beans that I showed you now, they grow in size. So they're going to be double the size as the raw beans because now they've expanded.
After about 10 minutes, Billy takes the beans from Goldie to the espresso machine, turning them into a nationally recognized cup of coffee.
So once the coffee is roasted, of course, it comes in green, re-roasted. You wait typically 7 to 10 days for that chemical process to even out a little bit. And then we can put it here in the grinder. You know, we kind of getting away from the old school of blade grinders that a lot of people was using, like spice grinders. So now we have burr grinders. So what that does, it shades the coffee real fast. So when that water is pouring through it, you're extracting everything out of that coffee. You run a filtration system through the espresso machine, but when you're doing filter coffee, we do have filtered water, but then we remineralize it.
What is your favorite cup of coffee?
Oh, espresso.
Straight espresso?
Yes, yeah. So I'm a roaster, right? So not only for quality control, right? And because I have to drink so much of it because I have to know what the coffee is going to taste like and what syrups or flavors are going to go with, are going to match, right? So if I'm not constantly drinking espresso, that can get lost, and then it can become a disconnect. All eyes on Grand Prairie right now. We have a lot going on in Grand Prairie, especially with the Yelp exposure, with the city's help. I want to become that staple of, hey, Grand Prairie, become a destination because we're local. Everyone that works here is from Grand Prairie. I'm from Grand Prairie. It's a genuine community. It's a totally different thing. It's not a facade of a vibe or this. It's a real community. You can say, hey, well, I can go start a business anywhere, right? I think a lot of us, small businesses, we don't look at, well, hey, let's start in our own city. Make your city cool. That's what I'm trying to do. I know that's what I'm trying to do is, make Grand Prairie an even bigger destination.